speed would make it so the lamb wouldn't be able to keep up with him to actually attack him.
To say, holy downplay of the lamb. I'm gonna explain this later. Premise 1. Anything that lacks the order of odd dimensionality is out-of-versal. Premise 2. Growing as big as you want, not infinite, but beyond it, can lead to out-of-versal levels. Premise 3. If you came from an out-of-versal realm, which in this case is the void, you would be out-of-versal. Premise 4. From Premise 2, Cartoon Cat and Longhorse can grow as big as as they want, or infinite, possibly higher in size. Premise 5. From Premise 3, the lamp came from the void, and from Premise 4, the lamp can take our attacks from both Cartoon Cat and Longhorse. In conclusion, from Premise 5, the lamp is of the out-of-versal tear. In considering the fact the lamp is out-of-versal, he would have irrelevant speed as default due to the proximity of the lamp being out-of-versal. If not out-of-versal, then at least multiversal with immeasurable speed. And since you said Sonic was high universal, you've admitted he would be weaker and slower and less durable. You justified the premises. Just because in graph is logically valid doesn't mean it's automatically correct. Premises to justify. Premise 4 and Premise 5, I mean. For Premise 4, these screenshots, yeah, back up my premise. And for Premise 5, this is evidence that the lamp and the other Paintron scenes came from the void. And I'm also gonna use these two scans from Premise 5 for the rest of the video.
He would easily be able to dodge and escape any telepathic attacks, but what makes this an interesting and difficult fight for the hedgehog is that the lamb is ethereal and can teleport and travel through screens. Now this is only an issue because he really doesn't have any abilities of his own to actually damage ethereal beings, at least for the most part. He usually relies on some sort of tool or trinket that he has access to in the Sonic games to actually damage those ethereal beings. But in this scenario, he doesn't have that.
Nice contradiction of yourself, buddy. Now you just admitted Sonic will lose to the lamp.
Siren Head, a tall, lanky, skeletal humanoid with two sirens as its head, which it uses to hunt, disorientate, and attack. This creature has variable size and is fast enough to outrun most cars when biped, but if it were to go on all fours, it could catch up to fast race cars and even beyond. It is also surprisingly stealthy and even quite agile. It is able to tank large explosions with no issue, and has great resistance to any slicing or cutting attacks because of its very hard to pierce skin. Some of its offensive abilities include being able to use sound in a variety of ways, large limbs to swing, and the mouths on its sirens which can crush and tear things. So could the Siren Head take on Sonic? Well, Siren Head would not be able to catch the hedgehog because it does not come at all close to the speed of the blue blur. Even if it uses its sirens to create ear-piercing attacks capable of damaging organs, Sonic can just move faster than the sound and avoid it entirely.
Similar case for the lamp. Holy downplay for Siren Head. Premise 1. Anything that lacks the order of all dimensionality is out-of-versal. Oh wait, I already read most of the parts, but except for Premise 5 and the rest. From Premise 3, Siren Head came from the void, and from Premise 4, Siren Head could both harm and tank attacks from both Cartoon Cat and Longhorse. In Premise 6, anything that is out-of-versal will have irrelevant speed. In conclusion, from Premise 5, Siren Head is out-of-versal and have irrelevant speed. I mean, from Premise 6, Siren Head has irrelevant speed.
Siren Head is also outmatched in both durability and strength, so unless Siren Head has its own super form, or some eldritch true form, then it has no chance of winning.
I thought we left town level Siren Head. Let's just disregard the fact that Siren Head is a tuple entity. Let's just disregard the fact that he's in some form of time paradox style existence. Let's just disregard the fact that Siren Head is from a higher dimension or out-of-versal realm that's beyond our understanding, and let's just disregard the fact that Siren Head would scale up to characters like Cartoon Cat, Longhorse, and the Man with the Upside Down Face. He's town level. Trust, bro.
Cartoon Cat, a rubber hose creature from the old days that came to life, but with a bloodlusted twist. It is one of the most dangerous and strongest of the Trevor Henderson creatures, and it has some Toon Force. The kind of Toon Force or its degree is not really well known, but it is capable of stretchy limbs, defying laws of physics, and regeneration. Its speed is stated to be around that of a fast car, like pretty much all other Trevor Henderson creatures, but could be a couple times faster because of its high strength and status. Its exact power is not fully revealed, but what is known is that it can outmuscle, outcompete, and completely destroy any other Trevor Henderson creature. And these other creatures are exceptionally powerful, able to throw around large vehicles, destroy giant buildings, and maybe even level cities with their strength. So Cartoon Cat is at least about this strong, if not maybe a couple times stronger. For durability, Cartoon Cat is not too special when compared to other Trevor Henderson creatures. It definitely doesn't have the strongest durability, but what makes it very hard to put down is the Toon Force style regeneration, which allows for complete recovery from even near fatal attacks unless the whole creature gets destroyed. So if Cartoon Cat and Sonic fought, who would win? Well, this would be the toughest fight out of all the other characters because of Cartoon Cat's Toon Force. Sonic would at first have some trouble figuring out about Cartoon Cat's Toon Force, because anytime he destroys it, it just comes back almost unfazed. But after not too much time, the massively faster than light hedgehog will figure out that you gotta destroy the whole creature to get rid of it. And since Cartoon Cat is much slower and less powerful, it's pretty safe to say that Sonic should have enough speed and power to destroy Cartoon Cat even with its regeneration, because it would only take a fraction of a second for the incredibly fast hedgehog to do all the damage necessary to actually put down the Cartoon Cat, making it so it can't regenerate because there won't be anything left of it.
I'm not upset with y'all because I know you're mentally ill, which is why one day I'm going to open up a hospital for mentally ill Africans.
It's not like Cartoon Cat is the strongest of all of them, including the lamp, who you said that Sonic would lose to. So you basically contradicted yourself, meaning that Sonic would also lose to Cartoon Cat if Sonic would lose to the lamp. And for the strongest of all of them part, it includes timeless beings like Long Horse, Siren Head, and the man with the upside down face. So yeah, you basically, I don't even need to debunk the point for your Sonic versus Cartoon Cat claim. I don't even need to debunk it. I don't even need to debunk your horrendous Sonic versus Cartoon Cat take, since it's contradicted by your take that Sonic would lose to the lamp, but yet Cartoon Cat scales massively above the lamp. So you basically, yeah, contradicted yourself. Even if we disregarded my debunk, yeah, Sonic would still lose to Cartoon Cat no matter what. I know, Trevor Henderson one taps. Friend from Void Planes, 12-dimensional body hive, Cartoon Cat, and all of these characters would just toy around with Sonic. And especially for Friend from Void Planes, Friend from Void Planes would one-shot Sonic badly, especially for the strongest dude here. The man with the upside down face and Fetid King would be enough, and Holman would also be enough. And if you disagree with me here, add me on Discord so we could debate.